Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Nicole and this is Let Knit Be Sew. First off, the eagle-eyed among you may notice that Nicole in the thumbnail is different to Nicole in current. That is because I managed to record this video in its entirety once already on Wednesday. And then when I came to try and edit it, I realised that my microphone hadn't been switched on the entire time. So I had essentially recorded a fabric silent movie, like, for you, because there was zero sound. Like, because the microphone receiver was plugged in, it was thinking that it was getting stuff on the microphone, but the microphone itself, this guy, he was not turned on. So yes, very annoying. So here I am again, but I may or may not use the thumbnail from that I already put together because, yeah, you know, it's enough to have to try and record this again. I was really disappointed when I realized what I had done. So sad times. Nicole in this attempt is wearing today a Sew House 7 Tabor tee, which is a pattern that I've made a number of times, and I'm wearing it in this really nice inkblot paint splash type effect viscose jersey. But that is not the topic of this video. The topic of this video is spring and summer sewing plans, and I have picked out 7 different fabrics from my stash that I really want to get sewn up into items that I can wear this spring summer. Some of them are things that I've only bought relatively recently, others have been lingering around in my stash for a fair amount longer, so yeah, there's a bit of a mix. Most of these fabrics I already know what I want to make, but there is one at the end that I'm really struggling with, and I would love it if you could give me some suggestions, because yeah, I'm finding it hard to think what I want to make and what I can make, because it's a little bit of a tricky fabric. So yeah, help gratefully received on that one. All right, let's get cracking, shall we? So my first fabric is one that I bought recently from a Fabric Godmother remnant sale, and it is this cotton linen blend. It's one of the Fabric Godmother prints with this strawberry motif. Yeah, I mean, this is spring summer in a fabric, isn't it? Right, these cute strawberries, and yeah, the nice sort of chambray blue background for this. And yeah, the pattern that I want to use for this is the Fabric Godmother Fleur, which I have made once before in a viscose, but yeah, I think it will look really great in this fabric. I've actually got 2 pieces of this, 2 separate remnants totaling up to like 1.5 meters, so that should be plenty for yeah, the Fabric Godmother Fleur, the blouse version. And yeah, definitely screams spring summer, this one. The second fabric that I've picked out has been in my stash an awful lot longer, to the point where I don't actually know where I bought it from. It's an art gallery print on a viscose base, and it's this, so it's a like bright sort of magenta fuchsia pink background with all these really bold floral patterns on it. And again, I've got 1.5 meters of this, and the pattern that I would like to make with it is the Tilly and the Buttons Nell. I've literally just finished making a Tilly and the Buttons Nell dress from some cotton lawn, having gone down a size from when I first attempted the blouse. So I'm really keen to make another blouse that's actually a better fit for me, and yeah, I think this will be really great. I want to use the puffball sleeve again, because I don't mind that it obviously drapes a bit differently in a viscose compared to a cotton. But yeah, I will pop a link into the video where I talk about the Nell dress that I've made. But yeah, this I think will make a really great blouse version, and yeah, I can't wait to wear this fabric because it's so pretty. Right, fabric number 3 is another viscose. This has again been around for a while. So it's this really bold print, so it's on like an off-white background, and it's got all these big like painted shapes. There's like teal and navy and pink. Yeah, it's quite a big print, and yeah, I've only got 1 meter, and the yeah, I've only got 1 meter from this. I think it was from Rainbow Fabrics, but a while ago, so they definitely won't have it still. But the pattern that I want to use for this is the Friday Pattern Company Donny shirt. I'm always late to every party, so I haven't made the Donny shirt yet, and recently they launched an expansion and they were having a discount on the pattern itself, so I decided to pick it up. And yeah, since I've only got a meter of this, and also the Donny doesn't have too many like seam lines to break up patterns, I think that will work really well with this big print. So yeah, I'm really keen to try that pattern. I've actually just sent off to have it printed on A0, so hopefully that will arrive sometime next week. But yeah, this is going to be a Donny shirt. All right, fabric number 4 is this viscose twill, which I got from Lamazi. I have 2.5 meters of this. It's on a black background, but I feel like the pops of colour, the pink and the orange and purple, still give it enough of a spring summer vibe. And the pattern that I want to use for this fabric is the ready to sew Jolene. So I have just very recently tested out that pattern by making the shirt version, which I can pop a link to the video where I talk about that. But I was testing it out because I really wanted to make a dress version. So there's a dress version in the expansion pack that has long puff sleeves and a tiered skirt, and that's the version that I want to go for. So that's why, yeah, 2.5 meters is going to be enough for that. The only thing is that requires an awful lot of buttons. So it uses quite small buttons, the pattern, and they're like spaced, so they're like in pairs. So you've got like 2 buttons, space, 2 buttons, space, 2 buttons, space. And when I looked on the pattern just to see how many that I would need, because I figured I probably wouldn't have quite enough for like a full length dress with tiny buttons. They said I need 28, and that seems like one hell of a lot of buttons. So if anyone has any good recommendations for places to buy that many buttons, that's not going to cost me an arm and a leg, do drop it in the comments. But yeah, that seems like an awful lot. So, and that's an awful lot of buttonholes as well. The buttonhole gods, I feel like 28 buttons is a lot to ask of them. So yes, I might have to have a think about what I'm going to use as fastenings. Maybe I could get some snaps. That might be a little bit less stressful than 28 buttonholes. But yeah, that's what I'm planning to make with this fabric. I have just realised that in my haste to get this filmed again, whenever I haven't been holding up a fabric, you guys have been looking at this guy, which is a moth trap, because I have a bit of a moth situation here, and they're mostly coming in from out in the communal hallway. There's like a really old carpet that probably is about 70% moth. So I've got these little sticky traps dotted around the fat, and I moved this one when I was cleaning. So you've all just been enjoying my moth trap. That sounds like a euphemism for something. So I'm just gonna move that, and we'll pretend that you didn't see it for the first half of this video. But that's real life. Sometimes there's moths. Right, where was I? Fabric number 5 is another viscose twill, and it is another Fabric Godmother print that I picked up in the remnant sale, and it is the Leo's Palace viscose twill. So you've got this black base with a blue print, and then these fun pink leopards. Again, I know it's a black base, but I feel like the print is quite summery. I feel like it could work for both. I feel like because of the black background, you could wear it with tights in like autumn and winter. But yeah, I really want to wear this because, yeah, I love this print, and I was super excited to be able to get some in the remnant sale. I've got 2 pieces of this, which total up to about 2.5 meters. So the pattern that I want to use for this is the named clothing Reeta dress. I made one at the end of last year in a cotton lawn, but I really want a drapier viscose one in my wardrobe, and I think this fabric will be great. Again, it's quite a big print, and because the Reeta, you just have one big long pattern piece, because there's no like waist seam or anything, I think that will be really great for this particular print. So yeah, this one I want to be a Reeta shirt dress. Fabric number 6 is another art gallery print, and again, it's been in my stash a while. I may have bought it from Backstitch, but I don't know that for sure. And yeah, probably it's from quite a while ago, so I don't imagine that many places will still have this print available if I could link to it, but I will have a look and see. But it is this print. I think it's called Flora and Fauna, so it's on a navy background, and it's got these hummingbirds and leaves and flowers, and I think they're like poppies and stuff. So really pretty. And I've got 2 meters of this. So the pattern that I want to use this for is the Closet Core NYX. I'm going to make I think it's called the Tunic version, which is basically like a blouse but with a peplum. But it uses the same pattern pieces as the NYX dress, and I really do want a NYX dress. So this is again another like using the fact that a pattern comes with a dress and a blouse option, and using the blouse option to test out the fit of the pattern before you commit to, because the NYX dress I think is quite fabric hungry because it's got a gathered tiered skirt. So testing out the blouse version to get the fit right seems like a good way before committing to buying a large amount of fabric for a dress. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do with this. I've actually cut out the paper pattern last night because I'd had it printed on A0 but hadn't cut it out, so this might be one of the first ones that I get cracking with. But yeah, I think that'll be really nice and go with, it'll go with everything because it's got the blue background. But yeah, this is going to be the NYX Tunic blouse top, whatever you want to call it. Oh, holding up fabric is killing my shoulder. Clearly I need to do more arm workouts. Yeah. Whew. So I mentioned at the start of the video that there was one fabric that I'm really keen to get sewn up, but I just don't know what I can make with it. So I'm going to show it to you now, and yeah, I'm hoping that someone will suggest some great ideas for me. So it is this fabric, which is another Fabric Godmother print. It's from their like rodeo collection, which is all like Western inspired prints. So it's got all of these like little panel, like patchworky type bits with different Western themed things on it. I feel like this could have been an outfit for Ken in the Barbie movie, like for the Mojo Dojo, like Casa House, for sure. But yeah, I just thought it was super fun. The problem is I've only got 1.5 meters, and obviously with the way this fabric is designed, it's kind of directional. And I think I would like a shirt, but I think I'm going to struggle on having enough fabric and being limited by, where I can place things. So that's why, yeah, I'm really struggling. And some of the panel bits, like if I show you the other side of this, like some of the panel bits are quite like that. That hat bit is like, it's like the size of my face. So there's a lot to consider with a fabric like this. And yeah, clearly I should have bought 2 meters, but I didn't. And I think I bought this when I was still working part-time, so I couldn't really stretch to, the full 2 meters. It would probably have been a lot better and a lot easier to figure out what to make. So I have a couple of ideas, but again, I just don't know that I have enough fabric to be able to, even if I cut, perhaps some inner pieces from some, like, I've got some like plain, cotton lawn in my fabric stash that I could cut like the inside of a collar and things like that out of. But yeah, so the first one is the Tilly and the Button Rosa shirt dress. I don't know if that's a bit on the money because that's is a sort of Western inspired shirt pattern. It's got a lot of panels, which is why I think I will struggle. And it's got like a yoke and stuff. And I just, I think probably it already needs, the pattern already says it needs more than 1.5 meters. And I think, with this print, I will struggle. The other suggestions I have, so at the Stitch Festival, I spotted the Avid seamstress. They had released, I think it was a brand new pattern, which was a pleated, either called like the pleated blouse or pleated shirt. which again, it was a pretty simple, like standard shirt pattern, but it had like pleat detail at the shoulders. Again, yeah, I'm just not sure that I have enough fabric of that to be able to cut everything in the right direction. The other option is a pattern that I do already have in my stash, which is the Hey June Cheyenne shirt and tunic. So there's a shirt version, which would be the one that I think I would want to make, which is like a very standard shirt pattern. But again, like the pattern is long sleeved. And I just don't know whether I have enough of a directional print to be able to do that. Obviously, there is the option that I could pick a shirt pattern, and even if it's only drafted as long sleeve, I could make short sleeves and just then not, just cut the sleeve pattern off and then not have to do anything like cuffs, which obviously is another thing taking up some more fabric. But yeah, I'm just not sure. So, but it's just so much fun, and I really want, it's very much spring summer vibes, so I really, really want to be able to wear it this spring summer, but I just don't know as what. So if anyone has any suggestions for what to make with this very directional print, that's a shirt type pattern, I would be super grateful if you pop ideas in the comments, because yeah, I am struggling a bit with this one. All right, that is all 7 of the fabrics that I have picked out of my stash that I really want to get sewn up for this spring summer season. That's not to say that I won't pick up other things. The heart wants what it wants. But yeah, those are some fabrics that I really, really want to be able to have wearable in my wardrobe. Okay, hopefully that this has worked. If you're hearing this, then it has, and I haven't managed to mess up using a microphone again. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a great day and lots of sewing planned. I would love to hear, obviously I've asked for help with one particular fabric, but if you have any other suggestions for any of the other ones I've shown, please do feel free to put them in the comments. I'd also love to hear what you're really excited to get sewn up for spring, summer. I feel like now that the weather's, we've had some pretty consistent, like sunny weather in the UK, and it just, yeah, I feel like that always spurs on the sewing mojo to want to pull out the summer and spring like fabrics and get them sewn up. So yeah, I would love to hear what everyone else's plans are for this upcoming season. All right. Thank you so much everyone for watching, and I will speak to you all again very soon. Bye bye.